So the idea of black holes engulfing planets, energy, and information, and putting pressure on them so that they're projected as an event horizon on the outside of the black hole seems important because now theoretical scientists are saying that small things like atoms and the things that make up atoms, they work like black holes proportional to their size, like mini black holes. Saying that the nucleus of an atom is so dense with energy for the amount of space that it takes up. The energy inside of the atom is actually in 2 dimensions. And it's being projected outside of the atom as what we perceive as 3 dimensions, as an electron shell, which we see in 3 dimensions. So it's like the electron cloud of an atom is similar to the event horizon of a massive black hole. Saying that the tiniest pieces of matter, the things that make up the physical world, the whole universe, are actually large amounts of energy in tiny, tiny, tiny amounts of space. So tiny that the information inside this space is being projected on the outside of this space, kind of like a hologram. So if black holes are so dense, they project an event horizon on the outside. If an atom is the same way, so dense that it projects the information inside on the outside, like as an electron shell, what if our minds work the same way? This brings me to the holographic principle. What if we're really interacting with 2 dimensions and our brains is projecting out a 3-dimensional image that we perceive we're in? Now let's wrap the sacred geometry into the physical world and consciousness. What if we're actually in that flower of life pattern? As you can see, it's a 2D pattern. But if you look at it in a certain way, it almost pops off the page and looks 3D. It looks like 3 dimensions of space. What if our brains are interpreting it that 3 dimensions as what we're living in when it's actually a 2-dimensional universe, so to speak? It's very odd stuff. And that makes me start thinking about how tiny pieces of matter, like the stuff that make up the atoms, leptons and quarks, they're really pure light energy flying through the expanse of space until gravity pulls it back, trying to collapse it into a black hole. Can this be responsible for the duality in nature? You know, the light energy fighting gravity's darkness, light energy flying out, fighting gravity's darkness, pulling it in. Is that duality? Is that the reason why we see hot and cold and good and bad, and the whole world seems dual? Are those, as the light energy and the gravity's pull, are they one and the same thing and we just perceive them as 2 different things?